I thought this time around we would revisit the world of gradient maps. This is an adjustment layer that creates some pretty interesting effects pretty darn easily, and all you have to do is add the gradient map adjustment layer. And by default it's going to give you this one, and it's going to create kind of an interesting grayscale image. Of course, you can always right away start to do some interesting things just by choosing these options, but the real power of this is when you start choosing other gradients. Now I have the basic gradients, and I've also loaded another couple that are from this pop-up list right here, just to show you that as you go through you'll find some pretty bizarre and interesting combinations. And sometimes what you need to do is apply the gradient and then hit reverse to kind of see the effect. If at any point you kind of like the look of one, maybe you're going for this crazy effect but it's a little extreme, just click right on the gradient itself. That will bring up the gradient editor, and this will be kind of like a live effect, so that if you go in and I just double click to say I want to be a different shade, see how you're seeing the results immediately. You're getting constant feedback. So if you do anything, if you add another point and start to play with it, you can see that again, as you do this, you're going to get all kinds of interesting possibilities. So you could spend a lot of time playing with this just to get this kind of effect. At any time, of course, you can click OK, and because it's an adjustment layer, you can look at it and say, well, that's not quite what I had in mind, so many options are available. We could, of course, lower the opacity to let some of the original show through, or use the layer mask, or double click because it is an adjustment layer and say maybe we want something a little different, like maybe one of these color harmonies to create kind of an interesting duotone kind of look, something like that. Click OK, and the other option that's always available, of course, is playing not only with these blend modes up here, which we could possibly do, but also if you double click and bring up the main blending options down here, blend if, we can start to say we want to have some of the original photo show through, something like this. And if I use Option or Alt and split these little triangle to get a more even blend, let's just see the difference between our original photo and now. Very interesting possibilities. It's really, like I said, it's very simple to do, just really a matter of playing with the gradient and being willing to experiment and try different things. Check it out. Pretty cool, pretty easy. And as always, with some experimentation, you can go either really crazy overboard or really subtle, like just a bit too much of the sun, something like that. It's up to you, of course. I'm Dave Cross. Have fun with this. I'll see you next time.